Let's go. All right, so today I wanted to kind of give you guys more of my time and my attention and, let you pick my brain. And basically, I want this to feel like we're just chilling in the studio. You know what I mean? And you got questions about your music or your music business or, marketing yourself as a musician or getting more clients as a producer or, whatever it might be. I wanted to just kind of give you guys a little time and attention on these aspects of being an independent musician, artist, producer, engineer, or aspiring artist, producer, engineer, right? If you don't know who I am, and this is your first time joining any of these lives, from the live song reviews to live mixing sessions to now this Q&A kind of format, I'm Bradley Deniston. This is Radium Records in Hollywood, California. I've been in music for about 24, 25 years. I've been making music. I got my first guitar when I was like 12 years old. 39 now. I'll be 40 this year. Can't believe it. Feeling like an old man. But I really fell in love really heavy with music when I was super young. And I feel like that's kind of the time, like when you're deciding who you are as an individual, is that like 11 to 15 kind of area. You're like, this is what I'm going to do. For me, it was like skateboarding and music, right? So I didn't keep the skateboarding up, but I did keep the music up for the last 25 years. I've been making my living with music for the last 16 years or so. So I've been an entrepreneur, which is really, really difficult, making music for a living, paying all your bills off music. But I've done it pretty successfully. I've worked on Grammy, Oscar, Emmy, Academy Award nominated work, Golden Globe nominated work. I've gotten a platinum record for working on Everything is Awesome for the Lego movie. I've worked on full Netflix series like Abstract, The Art of Design, and most recently an anime on Netflix called Cannon Busters. And I did all the music for that with a couple other people. So that was some big accomplishments that I was really proud of. And now I'm kind of tackling releasing my own music as an artist, an independent artist. And I've learned quite a bit about it. And I don't just get on here to answer questions without any sort of background or history or credit. I've easily made, $3 million plus in music in the last, 10 years or so. Done pretty well. And I have 2 studio rooms here in Hollywood. I have very, very high overhead costs. That's really what that means. But I've sync licensed, probably about $3 to $3.5 million in sync licensing, like placements. I've worked on movies that have gone on to do over $1 billion in the box office. And that includes Thor Ragnarok, the Lego movie, 22 Jump Street. I don't think 22 Jump Street did as well as like Lego movie and Thor Ragnarok. But I've also worked on really like small budget stuff as well. So I'm just here to kind of help you guys out, answer questions you might have about, hey, how do I get this going? How do I get that popping? I've studied game for the last 2 decades. I live this. So I just want to really kind of add back to the community of music that's out there and kind of help y'all. What's up? What's up? Son of Mo. So yeah, if you're in the house, just say what's up, say hi, share the show if you get something from this. But I'm really here to just kind of help you guys. So if you have questions about anything, it could be mixing and mastering, it could be recording, it could be promoting and marketing, it could be, anything about like music and where you're at right now, because I know we all hit walls. Yo, Piercy, what's up, man? It's good to see you. We all hit walls in our business, and you do have to really think about this as a business. You're a business owner, right? Like you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're going to get into music. Like that's the whole idea. Like now you got to make it on your own. You got to make your own bread. You got to make your own product. You got to ship your own product. You got to build your own brand, all that shit. It's a lot of work. Let's see. Son of Mo, how did you process for your sync music? For your music? For syn your music? Sorry, I'm not understanding this. How did you process for syn your music? Maybe try to reword that a little bit. I'm not understanding the question there. But once I do, I'll answer it best I can. But yeah, it's been a crazy journey. And I think like, if you really start putting things into perspective with your music, you're going to realize like this is a crazy journey. And that's kind of the part where you should be excited about it. That's like the part that's fulfilling, is how exciting the journey is and how hard it really is. Those are the stories you'll tell later, right? About your music. Sync your music to TV. What's the question? How did you sync your music to TV? Is that the question? That's such like a huge question. It's like, how did you get a platinum record? You know what I mean? Like, I think one thing I want to encourage you guys to do is really learn how to ask really good questions. Now, this goes for anything in life, right? Like, if you're on a date with a girl and you're like really into her, if you ask dumb questions to this girl, she's going to not want anything to do with you, right? Like, that's not going to go anywhere with a relationship. But if you learn to ask really good questions, you're going to get really good answers, and you're going to go a lot further with everything you're trying to do. So it's all good, man. It's all good. I get it. How did you process for send your music to TV? Okay, so what was the process to send your music to TV to get synced? So it's okay. I totally get it. That's also a really, really big question, but I'll try and like break this down as simple as possible. So to sync license your music into TV, film, commercials, music, like for trailers, really anything, you typically want to be working through a publisher, sync rep, right? Like someone that would represent your music and pitch it for sync, and they get briefs from, it's hard. You almost like need to like see this pyramid, right? So the pyramid goes like this. If you're trying to, let's look at it as a funnel, right? And we go down to the bottom, the decision maker, right? And this is what I think about with all business. I think, how do I get to the decision maker? The person that's going to say yes or no and cut the check, right? For the thing that I'm trying to do. That's always what you guys should be focusing on, by the way. So your music is here, right? These are the artists. These are the producers, all the people with all the music, the people making the music, okay? The people with the music have to get down to this person who is the music supervisor or the music producer on a commercial or the director on a film or somebody that makes decisions for what music gets placed. Usually a producer's role is budgetary as well. So the music supervisor will go to the showrunner for the TV show or the producer for the commercial. And then that has a whole another funnel, right? But what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your music, you're the music creator, you're trying to get it down here to this person that makes this decision, right? But to get down there, going like this and skipping down there is very difficult, right? Because then you're basically saying, I'm going to build all of these structures of business to be able to reach this person and make decisions. So that person probably doesn't want to talk to you. Why? Because you probably don't have enough music and you're probably not organized enough and you probably don't understand timelines, deadlines, budgetary stuff, how things run, like what to do, what's expected, all that stuff. So there's companies and people in between you, the music creator, and the music supervisor or the music producer on commercials or the producer on a TV show or a showrunner on a TV show, right? So what you want to do is you want to talk to this next layer down who is going to be the publisher or the sync rep or someone else, right? And then those people get briefs all the time from the music supervisors and the TV show showrunners and all that stuff, okay? So those are the people you really want to get in good with, right? It can also go where, say you're a really big composer, really well-known producer, right? You're Skrillex, right? Skrillex doesn't have to go to, a publisher to then pitch to a music supervisor. Skrillex might just get hit up by the music supervisor and say, hey, Skrillex Camp, we want to use this song. How much is it? Can we use it in this segment of the movie for 15 seconds or whatever? How much would you charge? So that's how that whole game works. So the way that I've synced a lot of music is I've either done it because I work with a big composer or producer, and I am kind of working on that thing with that big composer or producer. And then they have that name and that established thing where the commercial producer came directly to them or the music supervisor came directly to them, right? Or I have my music that I've made being represented by sync reps in that second tier, and that sync rep gets a brief from the music supervisor or the showrunner, whoever, and then that syncs, and then they take a cut and then give me my cut, okay? So that's how that works with sync licensing. The first step I would say, like, that's really important with sync licensing is that your music has to be at a certain quality. It has to be at a certain level, right? There's no point in pitching music when your music's not ready for, being pitched. That makes sense? Does that answer your question, Sonoma? Also, you guys share the show if you want to get some more people in here. It's kind of crazy like how little people come through for Q&As on music business and stuff, but they're all for like mixing and mastering and like, song reviews and shit. I'm like, bro, you guys are going to be broke forever if you don't show up to this shit and ask good questions. Like, I'm serious. I'd say probably the 0.01% of music creators and musicpreneurs, like entrepreneurs in music, that actually ask good questions, learn the business and learn strategy from people that are actually doing it. Those are the people that do well. Because a lot of people can fucking make music, let's be real. And a lot of people can make really high quality music, but I'd say very, very little are making a good living off music. And the reason is because they don't show up to this kind of stuff, right? There's 3 people right now in here. And it's kind of a shame because it's like, yo, you guys want to just sit in a room and you want to make music and you want to think that that's going to somehow take off and build a business for you. And that's simply impossible. Like, fucking possible. It's like wanting to open a bakery and be a baker and make a bakery business, but all you do is sit in the kitchen and make cake. I'm just going to bake cake. And then I'm going to become a baker. I'm going to open up a bakery that's going to be very successful. By what? Sitting around making a cake? Like, I'm sorry, that shit doesn't work. That's not how it works. So you can sit around, you can bake the cake all day long. But if you guys don't understand marketing, you don't understand how to make the cake and package the cake and build value with the cake and find customers for the cake to eat the cake, right? Or weddings or people to like that want your cakes, right? And then you don't find ways to work with other people and manage people and find people to make the right ingredients or support you in making enough cakes, you'll never fucking have a business in music or baking cakes. Can't pitch garbage. That's 100% true. What's up, Kev? It's good to see you, bro. This right here is like everything. The best way I can explain this is like, you can't pitch garbage. People destroy their careers in music or any business by making a shitty product or a shitty service and then thinking, and this is the biggest like misunderstanding in music, is they think that they're just lacking marketing. Right? Oh, I just need to make more content on TikTok. I just need to market my music harder. I'll just pay these Spotify playlisters, and I'm talking about those like botted up Spotify farm bullshit, right? But they think that it's not their music and their product that is bad. It's just that they need to market. Now, here's what you learn really quick. If you market correctly, you're going to learn really quick how good your product is. And you can actually, because we're in 2023 where everything's instant, you can easily destroy a business by having a shitty product. A great example would be you open a restaurant, right? The restaurant sucks. The menu's terrible. And when you go in there, it's overpriced. The people are kind of rude, like they're like kind of stuffy and like assholes. And you go in there one time and they have, let's say, 100 people go through that restaurant. What happens? The people go on to Yelp, they go online, they tell their friends right away, and they spread this virus of what your shitty product and your shitty restaurant is. So you go out of business faster, okay? You sync quicker. And that's what happens with a modern day approach because we're in 2023 and the internet, right? Back in the days, we didn't have the internet. We had like telephones and shit like that. So you could get away with like putting something out that was really shit, like shipping a bad product or putting out music that wasn't really that great. And it would take long enough for people to like talk about it that you would have a business for a sustained period of time. Nowadays, if you put something shitty out, instantly people are like, yo, that's trash. And they're going to talk bad about it. Now think, oh, I'm going to put $100,000. I'm going to put $10,000. I'm going to put $1,000 into marketing. That's what I need. That's what I'm missing. My music's dope. So you say, right? My music's dope. I just need to promote it. So you promote it with $1,000. Now you've reached enough people to get enough data. But at the end of the day, like now you have that $1,000 worth of marketing to make people go, that sucks. That's a shitty song. That artist sucks. So now you can destroy your business faster with marketing. So it's not the marketing that is the problem. And I think a lot of people get sold on that. So be really careful with that because you get all these people online selling you on, you need to market harder. You need to market harder. No, bro, use marketing sometimes as a tactic to figure out how to make better music and how people are responding to music, but don't go spending money on something that's not good or subpar. That's a way to destroy a business quicker than it starts. Yo, what's up? Brian Olson in the house. Good to see y'all. Hey, I hope you guys are really coming to the table with some good questions. I don't understand like why you don't have questions. You've been doing this music thing, right? For a while? You've been like, don't you have questions about stuff? I'd be asking a shit ton of questions. You got to find the people that are doing what you want to do. So if you want to make a business in music that does over $200,000 a year, like I have personally, then you should be asking questions about that and how you can get there. And you should be every day thinking, man, I had this question about the content. I had a question about advertising. I had a question about getting my sounds better. I had a question about, like, you should be writing those things down. This is your business, right? Like, don't you like pay attention to your wife or your girlfriend, boyfriend? Like, don't you ask questions to them? Don't you have conversations with them? Don't you want things to be a little bit more interesting and like grow relationships? Don't you want to grow your music business? So why are you coming to this stream without good questions? Like you should be asking a lot of questions right now. That's how I got where I'm at. I asked a shit ton of questions. Like, let's be real. I was online like trying to figure out everything. I was getting into mentoring groups. I paid $397 a month for a mentoring group for years just so I can learn about business and ask questions about marketing and sales and promo and managing people and delegation and taxes, right? Like there's just so much. Yo, happy to answer your question, man. Good to see you. Yo, Steve Ante, what's up, man? Hi, I just saw you put this up. Cool, man. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining in. So, yeah, I don't know. This is a Q&A, so you guys ask whatever questions you have. I will say this, like, I have questions every day about music and where it's going and the business, and I research those questions, and I ask those questions to people that are doing that thing, right? So you got to find people that specialize in what you're trying to do. And another thing I'll do is I'll follow those people on socials. Like I'll follow all those people that I know have the answers to my questions and they're the ones looking for those answers every day. And I'll follow those people on social media so I can like engage with their content and ask them questions on their content. Because people really like to answer questions. I don't know if you know this, but this is a really good kind of cheat code. Like industry professionals, people that put out content on social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, etc. They love answering questions on the content because it boosts the algorithm to get that content pushed further because they're talking in the comments, right? So more comments, more engagement. So that's a great way. And nobody does it. Like, I don't get it. People comment on shit. They're like, I disagree. This is stupid. You know, when they're not even doing it. They're not even in music. They don't have a business, but they like to disagree on posts. It's like, no, you should be asking those people questions because they'll have huge conversation. They'll answer your questions right there on the post. All right, let's see this. Yes, I'm working on getting Surfing the Jetty out. Dope, dude. I'm excited. I'm excited about that track. That'll be really fun. And I'll show you a lot of stuff on that, Steve. Let's see. Josh, what's up, man? Here we go. How do you keep up with all the latest plugins and adapt and integrate so many new approaches for mixing? Okay, so that's a good question. And I constantly wonder the same thing. Like, how do I keep up with this? I would say the number one key to keeping up with anything in your business or related field is that you're doing it every day, right? I just had this conversation with someone that I think would be very valuable for you guys to hear. Is a lot of people in music or in business or in life in general, they don't get to where they want to go or get the success of what they're looking for, that outcome, that goal, because they never spend time to improve their approach. Okay. Now, let me say that again. People don't get to what they want, their goal, their success, building that music business, hitting their first $10,000 a month in music, whatever it is that they're trying to get to, because they never spend the time to improve their approach. Now, what does that mean? That means that you're not spending time improving your approach. You're not spending time on new plugins. You're not spending 1 day a week, 2 days a week, researching how you can make better drums, right? You just do what you've always done. So you're like, oh, I always do this. I take a splice loop, I drag it in, and then I make chords around it. And that's your approach. You never spend time learning new key commands in Logic or Pro Tools or Ableton. You never spend time going through your sample library and going, oh, I'm going to organize this for this sync licensing kind of stuff and this stuff for this kind of stuff, and developing your own genre or style. You never spend time making palettes and templates for your productions or your mixes. You never spend time improving your approach for your content. So you're going to make a post and get really excited 1 week, and you're going to be really consistent with your content and your posting and your marketing. And then the next week you have nothing and you're out of ideas, right? Because you don't spend time to improve your approach. So for me personally, I spend like at least a day every week time improving my approach on what I'm doing. So if I know that, for example, I need to be up to date on my mixing, like my mixing needs to be cutting edge, man. Like I'm trying to mix better than everybody. I'm trying to be at the point where like they're like, yo, this is a 2023 mix, bro. I'm like, yeah, I'm on that 2025 wave. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to figure out how I use the greatest, best new plugins to get like, you know, 0.2 dB more loudness without you going, oh, that's distorting, right? I want to be super highly competitive for not only my records, but my clients' records, right? I want to give my clients a competitive edge because that keeps them coming back. It keeps them talking about my business. Like we discussed earlier, if you make a shitty product or service, people spread that word really quick now. It's 2023, the internet, social media, posting, all that stuff. So if you make something really great, that word can get spread even quicker as well. So you make a great song. You get really good at mixing and making cutting edge mixes for your clients. You get them a sync license opportunity. You get them on a playlist. You get them results. That's what it's about, right? So it's all about results. So for me, if I'm going to keeping up with the latest plugins, pretty easy for me. Why? Because I'm mixing every day. Every day I'm in my DAW. Every day I hit a new challenge or obstacle in mixing where I go, man, this bass is just not working. What can I use? And I start to research new plugins, or I go, maybe this multi-band, maybe this one's better, maybe that one's better. Oh, there is this new one out. Also, something that helps me that I think is like really dope is that I've made content on YouTube for almost 7 years now. And so I have vendors that hit me up with the latest plugins and they're like, hey, check this plugin out. Let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a big part of it that helps me stay up to date with the plugins where I don't have to go researching so much. I try to, and this is a lesson for everybody out there making business and making music as a business. You should always try and be the attractive character. Attract what you want into your business or your life or your music. So if you're looking for dope top liners or rappers on your music, you need to present your music in a way that would attract the right top liners for what you're looking for. Okay. If I'm out there making plugins of the week, like plugin of the week on Radium's YouTube, I'm going to attract plugin vendors. Yeah. So they're going to hit me up and they're going to be like, yo, here's a fresh plugin. This, you got to check this out. Why? Because they think, hey, maybe Bradley will put up a plugin in the week. And his channel's building. He's like at 12,000 subscribers. And the people that follow him and the people that are watching, they get real value out of my content because I've attracted those people as well. Not dickheads, not dick bags that are just trying to take and then be like, yeah, this guy's an asshole. Like if you look at my videos, the comments on my videos are 98% positive, good interactions with good people. Okay? That's crazy. Look at other YouTubes. They're like, this guy's a piece of shit. That's a scam. This is stupid. You know what I mean? So what I try to do is I try to attract the right people. And if you're here right now, you're one of the right people, i.e. Josh asking this question, i.e. Steve Ante, i.e. Brian Olson, Kevin Whitaker. We got people in this chat that are good people because I've attracted those good people into my business and into my my community. I'm building community. That's what a business is, right? So improving my approach, that's what it is, man. And as you attract the right things, like don't put things out there that you know are going to attract bad people or stupid people, right? Like, you ever notice like I'm not out there going like, this is a game changer plugin that's going to change your life. Like typically I'm like, yo, this is pretty dope. I want to share this with you, right? And there's a big difference between you need to, you should, and hey, check this out. This is what I think and what I'm using and what's been working for me. Like you feel the difference, right? So as you guys kind of go out there with your music and you're promoting your music, you know, going out there and be like, you got to stream my new one. You got to save it, pre-save it, you know, pre-save my stuff, listen to my stuff. You guys should support my music. Like that's not a marketing. You can't market your music that way. You need to attract people to your music. So putting out visuals, telling stories. Lately, if you've been noticing how I'm doing my content a little bit differently, I've been putting the written text, a story on my post, and it can be simple. I'm just walking or I'm like in the studio and I just like have the camera, I'm doing a selfie thing, but I'm putting a story about what that thing is. And then I'm putting my song on there. It's really important. People really love stories, right? So yeah, tell your story, connect with the right people. That's super, super important. So hopefully that answered your question there, Josh. Long-winded. All right. Have you used Chat GPT for lyrics? If not, do you use any other lyric tools? No, I haven't used Chat GPT for lyrics. The reason being I don't use Chat GPT for lyrics is because Chat GPT is a learning model. So it's AI. So it only knows what it's been fed. So like lyrically, it's just very basic, right? It's like, boop, like here, love at sunset is the proper way. Like it writes really bullshit, like boring stuff. One way that I would use Chat GPT if I was thinking about using AI for like writing is I would use it as a co-writer. And I think a lot of the times people don't understand the power of Chat GPT as a learning model. You can teach it. And that's really important, right? So you can teach it what you want it to know, and then you can ask it to give you something back. And I'm going to give you guys something that's like really, hopefully really valuable here as I show you what that even means, because I feel like if you understand what that means, you'll get it a little bit better. Okay? So what you can do with Chat GPT, and I'll share my screen here, if you want to use it as a co-writer, like, because that's what I would use it as, is like a co-writer. And, you know, you got to teach it to write how you want it to write. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, this is how I'd use it, right? So I'd open up, let's open up a song I'm working on right now, right? And let's just see what it can do. Because I think a lot of people misuse ChatGPT. They don't get it. Like they ask it really basic prompts. And the prompts are everything for an AI learning model. Like you have to know what prompts to give it. So, for example, you can tell ChatGPT, I want to write a song that is modern and would be released in 2023. Here, I'll show you how you like kind of feed it prompts. Now, you can think up these prompts yourself, or you can find prompts. Prompts are like probably going to be the newest, hottest thing that are going to be, I think, pretty valuable about using these AI tools. Is you could say, like, I want a song that is modern. I want to write a song that is modern and would be released in 2023. The song is going to be in the style of modern indie pop with a synth pop flair. I'm going to give you some lyric ideas for verse 1 that I'm working on, and I want you to give me options to finish the line, the vocal line or lyric line. Please make sure the lyrics are not super basic, but also make sure they are simple enough to stay catchy. Do you understand? Absolutely, I understand your request. Please go ahead and share the lyric ideas you're working on for verse 1, and I'll provide you with some potential lines to finish them off. Okay, so that's how you use Chat GPT. A lot of people don't even talk about this. They're like, yeah, man, write me a song. That's not how you do it, right? So check it out. So now I have, okay, let me see here. So now I have a song here. I'm going to open it up. I'm just working on it right now. Calling it Summertime Suzanne. You guys following along? You guys are going to love this shit. I mean, I'm telling you, like, these new tools are just tools. Like, people are so afraid that AI is going to take over the music industry. Nah, bro, we're going to get better music. We're going to get better stuff out of it. And we're going to get really a lot more shitty stuff out of it. So just remember, that's what happens with technology always. It widens the gap. So you have the greats getting greater, and you got the worst people getting worse. Because they're like, oh, the Chat GPT will just write a song for me. Right? And they don't change anything. Biggest thing will be the legalities of copyright, and these learning models getting fed a bunch of music, but not great music and not enough music to learn enough to where it'll start to infringe on copyrights and writing and melodies and stuff, and it'll get flagged. And businesses won't want to use it because why would they want to be in court for something like that? We already go to court for like musicologists listening to music that we pitch for commercials, TV shows, etc., that are going to go and get published, where musicologists shut it down because they don't want to get sued. So why the hell would you want to use that? All right, so check this out. So you have to feed it what you want it to do. Now I'm gonna play this song, and I'll play you the first verse here. Okay, so I got some like cadences there, right? But I don't have any lyrics. Okay, so what if we feed it this this idea? And I think I wrote it down already. Okay, so the lyric is: she got her summer vibe, living rent free on the west side, Bentley on lease, daddy's black card real high, money is for nothing and these kicks for free, right? So, you know, obvious reference there. Okay, so check it out. So I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna copy that, and I'm going to paste that into Chat GPT. Okay, so here it is. Bam. So now that I've prompted it, I want to do this thing Absolutely, I understand your quest. So here are a few options of completing the verse. Strut in the sun, every step is the key. Chase inner dreams in the city spree. Stepping in rhythm to the city's beat. With every heartbeat, life feels so sweet. In neon lights, she finds her release, right? So you can see how basic it is, right? Like in neon lights, she finds her release. Like because I said synth pop, right? These lines attempt to maintain the overall narrative while also adding a bit of depth and imagery to the lyrics, okay? So here's a cool thing. Like when you go down any sort of path of writing or AI or machine learning or whatever it might be, you have to find stuff that you like, and then you have to have it like go further with it, if that makes sense, okay? So for example, you might even just regenerate the responses. See what happens. Option 1, dancing through the night, neon lights in her eyes. Lost in the city haze, living life on replay. That's not bad. Chasing dreams in the golden hour, feeling that electric power. Silver linings in her step, life's a game without regrets. So that's not bad. Silver linings in her steps. Life's a game without regrets. This is kind of cheesy. Chasing dreams in the golden hour, feeling that electric power. Lost in the city haze, living life on replay. I don't mind this. I think this is kind of cool. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to say, give me 3 more options from this lyric. So you can say that, and then you get like option 1, tunes cranked up in a vintage cabriolet. She's a star in the urban ballet, swaying to the DJ's play. In a world that's spinning, she's the static array. Okay, so I just want to show you that because you can prompt Chat GPT. You can tell it exactly what you want to do. Okay? Now that's like a super powerful thing with AI, and that's why people use it, is because you could say, hey, I want to do this. Do you understand what I'm trying to do here? Yeah, okay, I can learn that. So all the lyrics, as you can see, play off of the vibe of it being indie pop with synth pop flair, right? So the synth pop, obviously the neon lights, and you got lost in the hazy city, living life on replay, etc. Okay? So that's something that I think is pretty powerful about Chat GPT and about using it as a co-writing tool. Now, obviously, hopefully that answers your question there, Brian. But that's kind of the power of it, right? So don't just like get into Chat GPT and say, write me a love song. Write me a love song in the style of Drake. Like, you know how many people are prompting that? You're just going to get the same thing as all these other people. You're going to get copyright strikes. You're going to get your shit taken down. It's just not, it's not worth it. So just be careful with that. Yeah, I appreciate you, Steve. You're the man. Always. Thanks for the chip. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can actually, bro, you can like straight up write insane prompts for Chat GPT, like prompts where it's like specific. I'll show you an example actually. Like if you guys really want a crazy example, y'all want like some really hard game on Chat GPT, like real serious stuff. Like people aren't even talking about this shit. Like stuff that's like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know that was like a thing. That's crazy, that kind of stuff. I'll show you. I'll show you some cool shit. Some shit that'll kind of blow your mind. Hopefully it'll blow your mind. If it doesn't, then you're just like, you're the dopest, coolest person ever. Okay, so this is wild, all right? You guys ready for this? All right, so I have a Chat GPT prompt training sheet for Midjourney. Okay, now check this out. Okay, so I got a prompt. Now you guys really get this. Like if you get this right now, this stream right now will be worth I don't know, thousands of dollars for you. I really don't know. I don't know what you're doing with visual art and stuff, but this could be it. This could be the one. All right, so I got a prompt here that's going to teach Chat GPT how to use and how to give me Midjourney. Do you guys know what Midjourney is? All right, let's get into some Midjourney stuff. This is stupid. This stuff is stupid. I can't believe I'm on a live stream showing you guys this shit. Like, I should just make a huge piece of content around this instead. But okay. I don't even know if I should show you guys this stuff. It's gonna be like, some crazy stuff going on. All right, so here's kind of the down low on Midjourney, right? So if I go into Midjourney, midjourney.com. Okay, so midjourney.com, you're gonna see like stuff that I've already put together, but you can see like art, right? People put together art. Like, this is not real. This is AI generated, which is crazy. But you can see the prompts that these people use to get that, right? Attractive French ginger woman, portrait close-up, beautiful face, little freckles, right? Like, those are the prompts that they feed to Midjourney to get Midjourney to give you that thing, okay? So, in order to use Midjourney, sorry, excuse me, you need to go to Discord and you need to be signed up with a Discord account, okay? So I'm going to open up Discord. This is crazy. This is super crazy. So if you guys paying attention, share the show, like it. If you get something out of this, you know, drop a super chat, some stars, whatever you guys want. But yeah, you're about to get your mind blown, bro. Like, whoever's on this chat right now, you guys got no idea where we're going with this shit. You guys have no idea. I didn't have any idea. I still don't have any idea. Okay. So Chat GPT 4 Midjourney training sheet. I'm going to train Chat GPT 4 to give me exactly what I want out of prompts for Midjourney. Okay. So check it out. I got to copy that. I'm going to go into Chat GPT 4 and I'm going to go like this. Bam. I'm going to paste this in. See that? So I just pasted this in to train Chat GPT. And I'm saying, hey, if you get it, just say yes and nothing else, okay? That's all. Check it out. Oh, I think I pasted it twice. That's why. Hold on. Copy. It's like, huh? All right, let's reload here. Okay, let's train it. Enter. Yes. Okay, we just trained Chat GPT to understand how to make Midjourney prompts, okay? So with Midjourney on Discord, I know this might be above some people's heads, but just follow along and then try this, okay? Midjourney, this is like the chat, right? Because I have like a account, because I'm kind of messing with it right now, I can go in here and I can message Midjourney to make stuff. So I've already kind of made stuff here, right? So now I can go back to ChatGPT, right? And I'm gonna say, okay, first of all, I want you guys to give me something. What is a visual that you guys want created right now? Okay, first one that I think is dope, I'm gonna use. So like, what visual? What kind of content would you want? Like, do you want like a shark eating a squirrel, you know, through a jungle? Do you want like a hyper realistic photo of a mountain lion in Antarctica? Like, what do you want? Like, give me some visuals that you guys would want to see. Do you want like a guitar on fire in a lake of sharks? You know what I mean? Just let me know. I want to see if you guys have anything to input here. You got 11 people on here. One of y'all got to have something you want. Like, you want a recording studio that's, you know, $1 million recording studio with an SSL 9000, you know, console in the middle and, you know, the Beatles in the other room. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Guitar with wings like the one I sent you. Okay. Snake volcano. Realistic shark in the water. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, snake volcano. I'm going to try a snake volcano because that sounds crazy. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. Hyper realistic snake in a volcano. Let's say hyper realistic snake in a pool of lava the bottom of an exploding volcano. Okay, so the more you can get like a little bit more detailed with the adjectives and stuff, the better it'll be, right? So here you go. Hyper-realistic snake in pool of lava at the bottom of an exploding volcano. All right, now check this out. Now Chat GPT is going to give me a prompt to then feed. So stupid. I'm having the AIs talk to each other, right? So it's going to give me everything. It's even going to give me the shot on a Canon 5D SR with a Canon, you know, like crazy shit. All right, so hyper-realistic menacing snake coiled in a pool of molten glowing lava at the bottom of an erupting volcano. Erupting lava plumes in the background, fiery and smoky atmosphere. Glowing red and orange hues dominant, matte painting style shot on a blah, blah, blah with what it up, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to Discord and I'm going to go to this. I can use this prompt image. I'm going to paste that and hit enter. Check this out. Let's see what it does. Y'all about to see the same thing I'm seeing, all right? Snake volcano. A lion sitting in front of an SSL with Bob Marley in the background. I like that. That's dope. Could be dope. All right, so let's check this out though. This is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get the Midjourney bot is going to build us something. All right, so I'm not gonna show you anything until you guys share the show. Hit the thumbs up. I gotta do that shit. I guess I gotta, like, you know, give you guys some incentive. Hit that thumbs up, show some love, drop a comment. No, ask another question, because once we're done with this, we're going to get into some more questions. All right, you freaks. I ain't moving forward until y'all share it. Let's go. Show some love. I'm giving you guys mad game right now. Like, I'm showing you guys how to, like, hack the planet. Oh, shit. Shit came out dope. Pretty wild. All right, you guys ready? And then you got to tell me which one you like the best, but I need some more thumbs up on this shit. There's 11 likes. 11 likes? There's 11 people in here. Y'all can like more than once. Let's go. Might do like a realistic shark in the water, or like, yeah, lion sitting in front of, okay. Once I see this shit rolling in, I'll show you guys what we got. All right, someone hit a like. Someone took a like away. You hit a like and then you took it away. Come on, guys. You guys are killing me. We got a heart. We got a love. Good work. All right, you guys aren't very good at supporting, but whatever. All right, I'll show you. I'll show you what we got. Check it out. Oof. Yo, that's whack. Only one like? Nah, in the chat you should be able to like more, but whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, so check it out. So now these are the prompts. This is what we got from the prompt. I'm gonna open this up. Open the link, and then we can see what we got. I mean, this shit's pretty crazy. This one's super dope right here. Like, this is pretty fire, right? Damn. That's sick. That's weird. Some weird stuff going on there. I don't know what this is. Creepy. Real creepy. But this one's dope, right? Might need a little love, like where's the eyeball at and stuff, but that's pretty intense, right? So now what we can do in here is we could say, all right, we want more versions, or we can do a retry. Let's just retry it. I mean, that's crazy though. Like, really think about how crazy that is. Right? Yeah, that's like no designer made that. That's straight up AI just getting the right tools, like you're teaching it the right thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can make fire cover art. That's like really dope. It's not free though, just so you know. Like, this isn't free cover. Like, you have to pay for it. to have a license to even use these images in any sort of way, you have to actually pay. Okay, so just so you guys know, which is good. I think that they need to do that. Okay, so let's open this link. Here we go. I don't think it did any better. This is kind of tight right here. Creepy. That's crazy. That just looks like a fiery shit or something. That's kind of tight. So yeah, you can literally have it do this. And then you can upsample the vibe, right? So this is number 3. We can upsample this. So upsample means hey, just make it even better, right? And then we can go in here and we can open the link, right? And there you go. You got a visual. Now, what I do with this kind of stuff is I would take it and open it into Photoshop and finish it off, right? Add texture, add text, whatever you wanted to add to it. But yeah, that's just one prompt. Now we could take this as well and say, make variations. It'll make variations on this one that we like. Oh, and this is crazy. It's got a new one where it says remaster. Crazy. You guys seeing the power in this? It's pretty crazy. Photo Leap is $39 a year. I think this is way better than Photo Leap. Yeah, this is better, dude. You can really do some crazy shit here. Okay, so let's try this. Let's check it out. Some of it gets really weird. It just turns into a weird mush of whatever. Hey, that's kind of tight though. It's pretty crazy though. Look at the details in this. And the background blurred and shit. It's so crazy. So another, that's how you do it. That's how you use this shit. You have to go in, you got to teach Midjourney, Chat GPT. You got to teach it to make you prompts. So let's try another one. Who's got another prompt? Who's got another one you want to try out? And it'll do it all with the photo shots and everything, which is really cool. If anyone wants this training sheet, I'll give it to you. Because you're on the stream, I'll shoot it over to you. All right, let's try another one. What else you guys got? Let's try Brian's. Brian had a fiery guitar thing, right? We got Snake Volcano. Guitar with wings, like the one I sent you. Okay, so let's say guitar with wings. So guitar with wings, let's say okay, so guitar with wings flying through psychedelic. I don't know. How do you spell psychedelic? Psychedelic background. Splashes of vibrant colors. Textures. Psychedelic. I think that's it. Okay, cool. So let's hit it. You can also tell it, here, I'll show you another thing that's really cool about this. Vibrant and psychedelic illustration of a classic acoustic guitar with ornate wings soaring through a swirling backdrop. Okay, so this right here, you're no, I want to change this, right? So what you can do is you can copy this, or you can go here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, let's copy this. Let's go electric guitar, because I know we want to do electric. So electric rock guitar with wings flying through psychedelic splashes of vibrant colors and textures. Bam. Highly detailed electric rock guitar with ornate wings soaring majestically through a psychedelic backdrop of swirling neon colors. Abstract patterns and intense textures. Hues of electric blues, hot pinks, and neon greens dominate the scene, providing a sense of energy and rebellion. Implement a low-angle dramatic view as it captured with a Nikon, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so here's another thing. The AR says 16 by 9. Say you want to use this for like album artwork, right? You want to do 1 by 1, 1 to 1, right? So let's go back to Discord. Let's go here. We have to hit this because that's the prompt. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say 1 to 1. Okay, so now this is 1 to 1. That means it's going to give us a square, right? For like an album artwork. Bam. See what it comes up with. So what do you guys think? You guys think this is pretty cool? It's like kind of mind-blowing, right? Like it's a little crazy, like the ability to just like feed an AI some prompts and then you got like some really crazy artwork. I want these prompts. Yeah, the prompts themselves are pretty dope, right? So you're going to get like stuff that's like hit or miss, right? And that's where you have to experiment. And it's the same thing with music production, right? Like modern music production is not going to come down to being the best guitar player in the world. Modern music production is going to come down to being able to curate ideas and vibes, like, and understand what to like. Pretty cool. Not bad. Wow. It's kind of sick. All right, so let's check these out. Sorry. I don't mean to make you guys wait. All right, here it is. Pretty sick. I like this one. This one's like super hyper realistic. And this is where you'd bring it into Photoshop. You could see like there's a, like, this is obviously like a Fender, you know, Strat, but like there's this weird stuff on it. But like that's pretty crazy, man. Like how good it is. Like that's kind of cool too. I like this. This is a vibe. Right? Like, wow. Holy shit. Okay, so let's go back to Discord. Like, let's say we really like this one, the fourth one. We can say, hey, let's upscale fourth, right? U4. Let's upscale it, which is going to make it even better, right? And then let's go to open link. And this is our, we have like an artwork, right? Like this is something we could bring into Photoshop and we can mess around with textures and shit. That's cool though. Like, I fuck with that. I think that's a vibe. Now let's make variations so we can see other variations of this. I love the colors and everything. I think it's really cool. Yeah, facts, right? Like a Jimi Hendrix cover. Like if Jimi Hendrix was going to come out with a record today, right? Shit's tight. I think this is actually really cool. So you can take this and now let's open this link, right? Bam. And we can check out like what we like and what we don't like. I think this fourth one in the corner is pretty dope. I think there might be a little too many strings. It's like a 1,000,000 string guitar. But, you know, that's kind of part of the aesthetic of AI. It's just going to do some weird random stuff. I really love the textures in the back, like the colors and the stuff in the back. I think that's really cool. So now you could take like 4, let's say 4 is our 1, and then we upscale it. And then that's going to make it like, you know, really good. And then we'll remaster it. I don't know what remaster means, but we're going to check it out. So crazy. Like I can't even believe it does this kind of stuff, you know? Like here's the craziest part. You want to see something really crazy? Like let's see what that came up with because that's dope. It's going to make something different. Oh, sick. Yo, this is crazy. Like you guys seeing the power of this, right? Yeah, the stained glass kind of vibe is super dope. All right, let's check this out. I remastered it, so let's see what that even means. Let's open the link. That's tight as hell. I love this. This is sick. Oh, I love like the textures and the wings became like this weird powder thing. That's insane, guys. That's tight too. Look at that. So wild. Like, look at the textures on it. Fucking sick. I love that though. So go back to Discord and I'll say, hey, 1, 2, 3, I'll upscale this. Like, you guys getting this? Like, just on this stream, like being able to see this and what it can do. Like, boom, what the hell? All right, there you go. So now you got this, right? Now I can save this image, or you can actually just open it in, yeah, like this is sick as hell, dude. Like, how is this not a dope cover art? Like, album artwork, like, dunzo, dude. Dunzo for the onezo. All right, so I'm going to save the image. I'm going to call this, like, guitar vibe. Vibe 1, right? And that's going to go, like, as a PNG. So now I got this. Okay, and then I can go to Photoshop. You can pull it into Photoshop. You could add texture to it. You could add text to it. You could change stuff. Like, you can morph it. You could take the guitar and cut it out of the background and make the background blur or distort or something like that. You can make it pop more. You can mess around with colors. It's just insane. Like, I don't know. Like, this is why AI is powerful, is because you can get ideas going really quick. And then you can start to edit those ideas, which I think is like kind of the vibe of where things are going. Like, you want to be able to make something really quick, and then you want to be able to mess around with that vibe, right? So let's go custom, 1200 by 1200, cool. And then we can literally just go here and drop that in. And then here is our album art, right? So let's just stretch it to the, I don't think this will distort it in any sense, right? There you go. Like, there's your album art. Fuck. So tight. And then you can right click this and you could say, hey, let's make this a convert to smart object, which means then we can add like different stuff to it. We can add filters and all that stuff to it. You could say blur and all that. You could duplicate this, Command G or D. No, Command F. I forget what it is. God damn it. Not very good in Photoshop, but anyway, so now I have this thing. I can go into text tool, right? And I can go bam, and I could say rock your ass off. Cool. And then let's make this big. Right, so rock your ass off. it's the name of my my new album, Rock Your Ass Off. All right, and then come into this and say, hey, let's make this white, because I think it'll just pop harder, right? And then you can also like add or transform it, you know, whatever you want to do. But the first thing I would do is like find a cool font, right? And you could go like download a cool font too, if you wanted to. And then you can do shadow drop and all that stuff or whatever. But you can also just have like this be really small. If you want to make it more modern, rock your ass off. Maybe this is like a playlist thumbnail for Spotify or something like that, right? Rock your ass off and then go Chrome, download the Spotify icon, right? Grab this guy. Grab it like this, grab that guy, save image as, go Spotify, bam, show in Finder, grab that, Spotify, right, bam, why are you not working? Okay, grab him. All right, there you go. Now you got like a little Spotify playlist icon. Pop that in the corner. There you go. You just made a thumbnail for your Rock Your Ass Off playlist on Spotify. I don't know. It's whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You can change the color of this. You can do backdrop stuff on this where you edit the actual text. I don't know how to do any of this shit. Like, let's be real. Take this guy. Yeah, I think I like that the best. All right, there you go. Rock your ass off, Spotify playlist. There you go. Hey, I'll send this to you, bro. If you want to use this, you can just pop some Brian Olsen in there. You know, go like Brian Olsen. Bam. Pop that guy in the corner here. It's kind of tight, actually. I really dig it. I love how psychedelic it is. All right, get rid of this guy. There you go, Brian Olsen. You can also like go in and add texture and all that, but you know, that takes me listening or watching tutorials and shit. So there you go. There's album artwork, Brian Olsen. Done and done. All right, let's get into more questions. I got a few more minutes. I'll answer some more questions. But I wanted you guys to see that because I want you to see like kind of where the industry is going, and that's what this is about. This is Q&A for music business. You guys are independent artists. You need every tool you can possibly have. You need upper hand on anything you can possibly get. Like, don't be like, oh, I don't use Chat GPT. I don't use AI. Like, you're an idiot. Other people will be using it, and they'll be just killing you. They'll be destroying you. You'll be like, no, I play everything in. I design all my artwork by hand. Yeah, but you make decent artwork at best. Like, if you can learn how to prompt something that makes better artwork than you, then you should do that. Yeah? All right, let's answer this question here. How you set your gain when you're recording. You can show your process on Pro Tools, please. I see your video on Logic, but I'm on Pro Tools. It doesn't matter what DAW you're on. So it really doesn't matter. So you're saying, I see your video on Logic, but I'm on Pro Tools. How do you set your gain? Gain is like the same across every board. So let's just look at my console real quick. So you can see exactly where my vocal is right now and how I set my gain. Okay. So I have a microphone going right now, right? So here's my gain. Check, check, check. See? How do I set that? How is this gain on this mic set? How am I working this way, okay? So the first step you have is your preamp gain, right? So my preamp is this Neve 88RS. This is my mic input, okay? So you're going to hear it as it comes in. Hey, check, check, check. Check, 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 check. See how I go low? I'm real low right now, right? So where I want to be hitting is right around the yellow. Okay, so I'm going to set my mic pre first. Check, 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 check. Now I'm looking at this VU because that's what I'm setting is my mic preamp. Check, 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 check. Good. Check, check. That's pretty hot, right? I'm pretty hot. Now, because I am so hot, I have a compressor on, right? So check, check. And that helps with what I'm doing, but I have a compressor on there. So that's my next gain stage. And on here, I have, what, 3 dB, 2.5 dB of gain. So let's turn that down. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. See how the gain's going up? I'm trying to stay in the yellow every time I'm talking. I want that shit to be like right there, right? So that's what I'm doing. So check, 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 check. Yeah, I'm talking. Great. Sounds good. Okay, that's my gain. Gain stage 1. Preamp. Preamp to compressor. That's all I'm doing. Now, I do have an EQ on, but we won't talk about that. The gain stage is preamp to compressor. Compressor is compressing down by, as you can see right here, LC, the compressor. Check, check. It'll go all the way up to 5 dB at a time, right? So it's taking it down, but I'm making up the gain. So I'm staying steady. So when I talk like this, it's still loud. Do you see how I'm talking quieter? You hear that? You guys hear how I'm talking quieter, but it's not getting that much quieter. It's because I got a compressor that has a gain, right? Cool. All right, that's gain stage 1. Gain stage 2, 1176. Now you can see this is compressing like crazy. So let's turn off all this stuff. Let's turn off, turn off, turn off. Okay, this is where I'm at now. This is my gain stage with a mic preamp and a compressor and EQ on the Neve 88RS. Okay, that's what you guys are hearing right now. Hey, hey, yeah, baby girl, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, there you go. That's my singing through that gain stage. So the next thing I turn on is a compressor. Why? Because I want this to be leveled out. This gain stage in this channel, channel strip, is made so that I can do broadcast stuff. So I can do podcasts. So I can do song reviews. So I can talk to you guys on my 103, and it's like always there, right? So that's my compressor stage. So you can see as I talk, it's going even all the way up till it'll hit like 10 dB of gain reduction when I hit plosives. See that? So I got an input, which is going to give me the input into the circuitry. That's how much it's going to compress, right? Because it has a fixed ratio and all that. Or not fixed ratio, but a fixed threshold. So if I take this down, my threshold's going to go up. Check, check, check. See how it's not compressing as hard? So let's go up. Check, 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 check. Okay, now we're back. Check, check, check. We're compressing 7 to 10 dB at a time, but usually I'm talking about this rate, so I'm about 5 to 7 dB. Sweet spot of 1176 is 5 to 7 dB. Just the way it is. I don't know what to tell you. That's where it sounds the best. All right, my attack, you can see, is very fast because an 1176 is fast, but I've taken this down so it's a little bit slower, okay? So I'm attacking fast, but it's slower on the 1176. Fastest attack would be all the way to the right. Attack, attack, attack. I'm attacking really, really quick, okay? I'm attacking slower. I'm attacking slower so I can let my transient through. Attack, attack, attack. Got it? Release is really fast. I got my release really fast because this is talking. I'm not going, hey, I'm talking to you like this. I'm not doing that. So I want my release really quick because I'm talking. Dot, 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 right? Attacking, releasing quick. 4-to-1 ratio. Output, this is where I dial it out, right? So if I go, da, 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 whoa, where did Brad go? Brad's gone. Brad's not there anymore. Okay, let's take it back up. Let's get that yellow. Let's get that yellow going. Yellow. Hey, how's it going, guys? Good to see you. There you go. That's how I set my compressor. Okay, now let's turn on the Pultec EQ P1A. This is going to give me a little bit of texture, saturation, etc. on my vocal right now. The TLM 103 is transformerless, so it has very little color. So I like to color it. That's what I'm doing with all these plugins, okay? The Pultec is going to add a little body. When you go to 30 hertz and you boost and attenuate, it tends to push it up. So it sounds like real beefy down here. It gives you like that 60 hertz and that 120 hertz, right? So it's going to give you the octaves, the harmonics. I feel like that really just sounds good on vocals, that 30 hertz. I'll take this all the way down and the attenuate all the way down. And you can see like I sound just thinner, right? I sound thinner. I sound thinner. Let's boost it up. Oh, I sound a little bit thicker. I sound a little bit more chesty. Okay. Now I got that boost at 12K and I got a little bit of attenuate. All that's doing is shaping it up so that it goes up to like 13, 14K, right? So let's take this down and all of a sudden I'm probably less sibilant, right? Which is good, but I'm also a little bit less broadcast quality and in your face and polished, if that makes sense. So I'm going to bring that back up. I'll bring the attenuate a little bit. There you go. Now I'm a little bit more polished. I'm a little bit more vibey up top, right? And I have the bandwidth all the way broad. Okay, so I'm just adding a little EQ. Let's bypass this in and out. Check the EQ is in and out. That's out right now. Not as polished, not as in your face, not as three-dimensional, not as saturated. Now it's in and it feels just a little bit more saturated, a little bit more professional, a little bit more colored, etc. A little more vibey, punchy, you know, all that good shit. All right, now let's turn on our last gain stage here, which would be our Neve again. Why the Neve again, Brad? What are you doing? You're crazy, man. You're a psycho. So this Neve here is doing some more EQ, right? So it's doing, what do we got here? We're taking out some boom at, yeah, 330, 400. It's just going to clean the overall signal. Reason being is because we're compressing. And when you compress a signal, like you're EQing a curve, but then you're compressing and then you're bringing it back up. So you're killing that EQ basically. So this is just kind of like cleaning that EQ back up. So bypass out, and we're not as pristine. We're not as clear. We're now maybe kind of more muffled. Okay, now we're cleaned up again, right? So we're just EQing here. That's it. And we're doing a little gain staging on the line input. And you can see I got a little hotter as I did this. So I might want to bring the line out. Back down a little bit. So check, 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 check. See, so this is just a gain stage. So I'm going to take that line down a little bit. And there you go. You can also take it down here. None, 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 right? There you go. Bada bam. So that's how I set my channel strip gain stage. Now you're talking about Pro Tools, Logic, whatever. Like I'll put an input on Logic and it's the same shit. So here we go. I'm going to go into Logic. I'm going to make a track. Right, bam, go audio input 1, there you go, and now this is my audio input. Check, 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 check. Now I'm going to mute this so you can, now you're only hearing the gain stage into Logic. I've already gain staged everything. See, now in Logic, you see where it's hitting? Exactly where my gain stage is on my console. Do you understand? Now, if I start adding stuff on this, you see how this is, hot. It's coming in a little hot. So if it's coming in a little hot, I need to bring this down a little bit, or this line output down, right? And now I'm feeding this directly into my Logic Pro or my Pro Tools. DAW does not matter. Stop thinking in DAW terms. How do you set your input on DAW, blah, blah, blah? Who gives a shit? It's all the same, right? We're talking preamps, we're talking EQs, compressors, etc. It's all the same. Pro Tools, Logic, I don't care. Open up Pro Tools, I'll do the same thing. But you see, now I'm going into Logic. Now, if I open up any sort of plugin in Logic, because that's what you're hearing, you can see this low end kind of build up, right? So I can sweep that out. Bam, check, check, check. And that kind of cleans it up a little bit, right? I might want to, you know, come in here and go, hey, maybe I'll clean up that area a little bit. I want to make it a little bit tighter. Maybe I want to make it a little bit more, you know, high end in there, etc. Okay, bypass in and out, in or out, in, out, out, out. There we go. Check, 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 check. So yeah, it's all, now you're just affecting what's already coming in. So think about it as like, this is my console. This is, I'm putting everything, that's what I'm recording in, okay? On this, on the console, I have the UAD record on. If I want to just monitor it, I turn it to monitor, and this will not print any of that. So when I go into Logic, it's not going to print any of that sound. Okay? It's just monitoring it for now. If I record, it's going to record that sound. I'm printing through the console and the gear. I like to do that because I'm an old school engineer, right? Like I've been doing this a very long time. I want to print my sound going in, so it already sounds super dope. That's what I'm doing on these vocals, right? I'm doing that on this. This is my chain.
She got a summer vibe, living rent free on the west side. Bentley on lease, daddy's black card real high. Money is for nothing and these kicks for free. Yeah, gotta do that. Don't do that.
Okay, so now if I look at this Logic Pro, all I'm doing is stuff on top of that. So I have Metatune, I have SSL. It looks like this is doing a little bit of tweaking on EQ. It might be doing, yeah, that's pretty much it right there. And then you got a Pro Q3 where I'm ducking some stuff. I'm rolling the top because I want it to be more of an indie vibe. Got an Echo Boy I'm affecting on top of. And then the Valhalla Vintage Verb. So hopefully that answers your question. It's very basic, but yeah, setting your preamps and your gain going in is very, very important. And then having headphones on and like listening exactly what you're trying to record, super, super important. Okay. All right. Hopefully that hopefully that all makes sense. Yo, what's up, man? Are you getting that Electron Plus EFX? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Good question. Good question. All right, you guys. Hopefully this was a cool session for you. You got to ask some cool questions. You got some game out of it with the Chat GPT and the Midjourney and the, make some album artwork. Go build your business. Get your preamp gain up. If you guys got anything out of it, please just share the show. Show support for the channel. Subscribe. I know some of you are on Facebook. Some of you are on YouTube. I'm typically streaming on YouTube, so definitely subscribe on the YouTube channel. Show love, support the channel, do whatever you can to just get the word out there. And I'm just here trying to help you guys. I'm not here doing anything else. I'm answering your questions. I'm showing you guys how to do shit I already know how to do. Okay? So take that into consideration when we do these lives. All right, you guys have a good night. Happy hump day.